Hello, welcome to After GMS. It is the eve of New Year's Eve. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on After GMS. It is Thursday, December 30th. Can you believe this?
No.
2021 is almost done.
The last Thursday of the year. There are no more after this.
Amazing.
Got to make this one count.
I know, I'm in awe here. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris and Christian Morgan. Welcome to the last Thursday edition of After GMS.
Right.
So great to see so many familiar faces here on our feed and some new ones joining us. We have to talk about this forecast first and foremost because, Christian, this could be record-setting or close to it.
Oh yeah, right now, you don't need me to tell you this. December has been crazy warm, right? Take a look back at the calendar. All of these red boxes are days that have been above our average high temperature. Yeah, there's a lot of them, and most of the calendar in December has been filled up with them. Only 5 days in those blue boxes have been below our average high temperature. One day right on the money, but we will finish out the month with those 2 red boxes for today and for tomorrow, and likely will end up being the second warmest December on record in the triad. Of course, a lot of that not only driven by our afternoon highs, it's also been driven by our very warm morning lows that we have had. I mean, think about how many mornings we've had in the 60s and 50s and 40s, which is above average, of course, for this time of the year. Of course, we've been keeping our eyes on the radar into the sky overnight and early this morning for rain, and we also had a thunderstorm chance. Thankfully, that did not materialize as the storms kind of weakened out over our mountains, as they tend to do sometimes. So we were left with a batch of light rain early this morning. That is now pushed to the east of the triad. We're left with mostly clouds. Zooming out into wider view, rain and storms will continue across South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama this morning. And why is that significant to our weather? Well, a lot of that moisture that we have available to us for showers and storms this afternoon is being robbed by all of the system and the ongoing weather down to the south of us. So that's robbing us a lot of moisture. I don't expect to see a lot as we go throughout the afternoon, but still a scattered shower, maybe a thunderstorm is going to be possible. And this is a brand new update. Even since we last talked on the Good Morning Show a little while ago, the Storm Prediction Center has trimmed back this marginal risk for severe weather. So it's mainly along I-85 and to the south as you go down towards Charlotte. So that's where the best chance of thunderstorms is going to be this afternoon. From the triad to the north, I think we're mostly going to be okay. We just don't have a lot of juice to work with. The atmosphere is not really all that prime for thunderstorms. Still a very, very, very low chance that we'll monitor as we go throughout the day. Got a bit of a stationary front that's kind of wobbling back and forth along that North Carolina-Virginia border, along with a wave of low pressure tracking along that front. That's what brings us the opportunity for showers and even a thunderstorm, but it moves away from us and is well offshore by early tomorrow morning. So heading into Friday and even into New Year's Day, we get a little bit of a break. Now, not to say there couldn't be a shower, but it won't be a busy or very active weather day for Friday nor for Saturday. And I actually think both of those days we could get a little bit of sunshine. Not a lot, but a little bit. We continue to keep things warm though. Strong southwesterly winds keep us warm and even a bit humid for this time of the year. Now, of course, heading into Saturday, we're going to be watching a stronger cold front that will be on approach to the Piedmont. It actually crosses the area Saturday night and into Sunday morning. That will likely bring rain to the Piedmont, but behind that front, we bring back the winter chill to the Piedmont as well. I know it's kind of been on hiatus for the month of December on an extended Christmas vacation, if you will. So as we go throughout the morning, mostly cloudy skies. I'm not going to rule out a sprinkle or a stray shower, but most of us will stay dry. A little better chance of that as we go into the afternoon. But again, most of that storm chance is going to remain to the south of the triad. And then we clear things out a little bit heading into your Friday. So overall, it's a warmer day of weather. Even by December standards, we're in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees and could be a bit breezy at times. The rain chances go up heading into this evening. New Year's holiday looks like this. 2021 will go out warm. 2022 will come in warm. So even though the calendar flips, it's a lot of the same weather with an isolated shower chance Friday for New Year's Eve and a shower chance for your Saturday, getting a little bit better as we head into Sunday. After that, it's cold. January, right on the money. Morning lows in the 20s, afternoon highs in the chilly 40s.
Our first conversation is supposed to be about New Year's Eve plans, but everybody is talking about the weather on our feed right now. So something you said, or maybe it was the 7-day that you put up, has got people talking. A lot of people want to know, where is winter? One person even said she wants snow like right now, ASAP. Make it happen.
I cannot do that.
Why?
I do not have that power. But if you go to sleep right now and then don't wake up until Monday morning, it'll be here.
Yeah.
Just take a long nap.
Okay, so people are going to hear you say that and think
Right.
we're getting snow on Monday morning, but
Maybe Boone, but not the immediate triad.
No, just cold weather's coming back. You know, it really has been on a break for December. And actually, I mentioned it at the beginning of the weather segment, on track for having our second warmest December ever on record in the triad. And that's pretty significant. A lot of it's not driven necessarily by the warm afternoons we had. Of course, we have had those. But a lot of it's driven by our warm mornings that we've had. I mean, think about how many mornings this month we've had in the upper 40s and low 50s, and even a few in the 60s. That really accounts for that average temperature for the month really being a whole lot higher. So we're third warmest right now, but once we factor in today and tomorrow into the almanac, we'll likely end up second warmest December on record. So it's kind of been on an extended vacation, but my rule of thumb about the weather, you've heard me say this before, is if something doesn't feel right, then it's likely not right. And that's kind of what's happening right now. And that usually is a signal of changes that are about to happen. And that's why we have a little more of an active weather pattern, not only today, but over the next few days through the New Year's holiday. So it's kind of all in this process of transitioning us back to where we should be for this time of the year. And you know, we talk about extremes too. It's been super warm here, but usually if there's one extreme on one side of the country, the other extreme is happening on the other side of the country. So, you know, we've had big snows out in Montana and Nevada and out west while we've been super crazy warm here, but it all will even itself out.
Well, Misty said, no snow, please. Linda said she likes about an inch of snow, and that's it. Gerald will pay for this warm weather, to which Linda agrees. And then Audrey, who is new to our feed, said, I like the weather guy. He's very personable.
Oh, well, thank you.
That would be you, Christian.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Very nice.
And a nice dresser, might I add.
He is.
All right, as we make Christian blush here this morning, we're gonna dive into our first conversation.
All right, New Year's Eve, of course, it's almost here, tomorrow in fact, but with rising COVID cases nationwide, many organizers of big New Year's Eve events are calling things off again. For example, the Avid Brothers postponed the Greensboro concert, which was set for tomorrow night, and the Children's Museum will not host the New Year's Eve family-friendly event tomorrow.
All right, so on our feed, type in the answer to this question. What are your New Year's Eve plans, and did you have to make any changes due to COVID, or were they forced upon you because of COVID? Let us know in the comment section.
All right, we already received a few texts this morning about your plans tomorrow night. Alan said cooking, prepping for New Year's Day feast, and maybe trying to stay up till midnight. It's a struggle, Alan, I know. Bob didn't say what he's doing, but said, I do not plan to change any plans for New Year, in light of COVID, presumably. Lisa said, enjoying the blessing of bringing in the new year with my 92-year-old grandmother.
That is a blessing.
That's really special. Rhonda said, we are staying in and will probably be asleep before 10.
So I asked the same question on my Facebook page, WFMY News 2's Tracy McCain, just in case you ever want to go there and check it out. And a lot of people responded. We heard from Eloise, who said, I am planning on staying home and being safe. I usually go to watch night service, going to stay home this time. Tracy said, my family and I will do our usual and celebrate at home with wings and snacks. Yum. Burnett said some choir members were planning to sing at church on New Year's Eve, but leadership decided to cancel due to rising COVID-19 cases. She said, I'll be in my living room singing now. All right, thank you, Burnett, and everybody who weighed in on my page and, of course, on the feed. Get those comments going while we discuss our lame lives. We have nothing planned between the three of us. My husband and I are just kind of not in that state of mind, and it really has nothing to do with COVID. We have 3 kids, and we're just looking forward to putting them to bed so we can get to bed. And that is our life, and that is our typical Friday night, and I'm proud of that. I love being a mom, that's what I'm passionate about. And so being at home with my kids is exactly where I want to be. No problems there.
Yeah, earlier we were reminiscing of a past life, you know, when it would have been really exciting to have New Year's Eve on a Friday night, you know, pre-pandemic, pre-children, when we would, you know, dress up and go out on the town and, I don't know, do whatever, celebrating the ball drop. But now it's just hard to stay up till midnight these days. I remember back to New Year's 2019. That night I went to dinner with my parents, went into labor with my son, who was born on New Year's Day 2020. Last year's New Year's Eve, obviously pandemic precautions. We just stayed home with our then almost 1-year-old, and then this year, pregnant again, staying home and drinking sparkling grape juice on the couch. No other plans.
There is a trend in your habits.
Apparently.
So the last big New Year's for you was 2018, right?
It's my first married New Year. So that actually was kind of special. I don't remember what we did, but I remember it was fun.
I mean,
that was.
We're just going to keep those types of things quiet.
Oh,
all right, Christian.
I watched a movie, but I don't know.
I think the last big New Year's I had was 2018 too. That was the last big show that my band played on New Year's Eve. We actually were down in Destin Beach, Florida. It was so much fun. But I never really raged on New Year's Eve, and this will be a pretty subtle, pretty easygoing New Year's Eve for me too. I'm just going to the mountains with a couple buddies, and we're just going to sit back and relax and enjoy it.
It is definitely the season for kind of a low-key celebration. And I don't know if that has a lot to do with COVID or not. It's just kind of like the way my life has shaped up over the last year. You know, we had our son in February, so you know, we're still just kind of trying to make it work with 3 young kids at home, all under 5. All right, let's take a look at some of what you're saying. I'm going to start from the bottom here because that's how it likes to refresh. Linda said, I can never stay up until midnight. The 1 year I did, that was when Mariah Carey was performing and the internet exploded because of something that happened. I can't even remember, but it was, that was the last time I stayed up. Bobby Odom said, it's my Friday, so he's excited about New Year's Eve celebrations. Tamrika said, no plans, staying home, but Saturday she has a family dinner in Floyd. And then Bobby said he's staying home and he's going to watch the ball drop on TV. Melissa said she's staying in to keep her family safe. Gerald Hicks, we appreciate you working your 12-hour shift at the 9/11 center, 911 center, excuse me. He said, everyone behave, please. And I agree. We need best behavior on New Year's.
You know, we were talking earlier about, you know, like when we were reminiscing about some of our past New Year's, and we were talking about what it would be like, you know, to be in Times Square on New York City. And we were just talking about, I just don't really want any part of that big crowd, even like COVID or not. Now, the difference would be, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this or not. This is why I'm bringing this up. It has always been my dream since I was like yay high to host New Year's Rockin' Eve on TV in Times Square. I don't want to be in the crowd, but I want to be on TV and I want to host the big party. It's just always been like a far long shot dream of mine.
I think we need to put this into action.
Can we make this happen?
And put a plan in place, yes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Put me a green screen up there.
Obviously, I'm your co-host. I'm like, let's do it.
I'll be the backup singer.
You don't even have to be backup. You can be right there. We'll all just join you and give you that extra support you need, Christian.
You can all come on stage with me. You can be part of my posse.
You know, it's not out of the realm of possibility, so let's work on it.
I'm on TV, so step one.
You are. All right, New Year's Eve 2022. That's going to be bigger and better than ever, hopefully. All
right, Walter Wyatt said they're going to family for a get-together with family for Christmas. And then Isaac said, I'm going to be looking for some good materials and keeping in touch with my friends. He's in a music group and does some singing, so I have a feeling that those materials have to do with music. Joanne said she's staying home with family as usual, in bed by 12:01. And Isaac added he's going to watch the ball drop on TV. Dana said she's going to stay home as usual. You know, New Year's is usually a time when people will go out, but I find like half of people will go out, half people usually like to stay home because they want to avoid the crowds or the dangers on the roads. And that's kind of been the person I've been all my life. I don't really want to be out and about on New Year's Day specifically. So with COVID in play, it didn't really change anything because that's not really my MO anyway.
Yeah. Well, as we said earlier, we all
We're just
have
all
kind of
boring.
lame
Is that what this
plans
comes down
year.
to?
Exactly. Yes, but thank you so much for participating in our first conversation. We have another one coming up, but we do have some important headlines to get to this morning, so we'll start with that. We've alluded to this. The steady uptick in positive cases is causing a rise in the county's average positivity rate in Guilford. With the number in double digits for most of the month of December, the 14-day average now sits at 11.6%. North Carolina-based LabCorp is temporarily pausing new requests for at-home COVID tests. The testing company says it is backed up with requests and will not accept new orders right now so it can meet customer demand. LabCorp and the state have a partnership providing free tests with overnight shipping. It'll start accepting orders again next Monday. The wildfire burning near Grandfather Mountain is now 60% contained. Firefighters say rain yesterday and more on the way today and through the weekend will help them make some progress. So far, about 1,000 acres near the Lost Cove Wilderness Study area has burned. A cause is under investigation, but officials believe it was started by someone. Today, an active fire training involving several tried fire departments continue in High Point. More than a dozen agencies are participating in the first of its kind training. The controlled burn is at the Old American Suites Hotel on Southwest Cloverleaf Place in High Point, and it will be going on for the next few days. All right, our next conversation is about bacon because it is a national day, a national holiday, as a matter of fact. It's National Bacon Day. All right, so it's a day for people who love the food to come together and, of course, celebrate by eating some bacon. So do you love it? Do you not like it? If you do like it, do you eat it for breakfast or breakfast for dinner perhaps, or in another dish? I mean, the options are endless. So drop us a comment here below. This is a day a lot of people really rally behind. In 2020, more than half of the U.S. population said they used at least a pound of bacon in meals throughout the year. Overall, the average American consumes 18 pounds of bacon every year.
Well, you can eat bacon in the morning, at noon, or night, but in a recent survey, 70% of people say they enjoy eating bacon at breakfast. When it comes to lunch or dinner time bacon, you can thank Hardee's for that. They introduced the first fast food burger with bacon on it in 1992, and it instantly became a hit, spreading to menus everywhere and in every fast food restaurant you can imagine. Bacon. So some of us love it on the Good Morning Show. And yes, Christian's raising his hand.
Me?
I also love it. Megan, I know you have your reasons for it, but our executive producer, Courtney Kiley, also said that she doesn't like bacon. And I was like, what? This is a thing? I thought everybody liked bacon, but apparently that's not the case.
This is one of those times where Tracy and I need Ed Matthews here so he can be in our corner, because I know Ed loves bacon.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could say that this. Wait, Courtney, where are you from? You're from Massachusetts, right? I'm sorry, I'm talking to her. Okay, so she's from Massachusetts. You're from Missouri. We're from here. So I don't know if it's like a regional thing or because I just thought every American in the world loves bacon, but unless you're of course have a dietary need.
We also learned that Itanise, our reporter in the mornings, doesn't like bacon either. Where's she from?
Michigan.
I think it's a personal thing, okay?
It has nothing to do with region, but more of a personal choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
My entire family eats bacon besides me. I just have never cared for it, don't like it. My husband, on the other hand, as I shared on the Good Morning Show, loves bacon, put it on sandwiches, he cooks it in the morning for breakfast, and then after he's done, because it smells up the entire house for the entire day, I light all the candles.
Right.
And it takes
to get
forever.
the smell out.
Yes, to get the smell out. So I can appreciate it.
Yes.
But I don't care to eat it.
It's a great appetite suppressant, the smell of bacon.
Yeah.
Because you smell bacon all day and all of a sudden you feel like you've eaten it and so you're not hungry. Although it's a horrible dieting method, trust me.
It's
one way to look at it.
It's a horrible dieting method. I wouldn't use it as my #1 source for trying to lose weight. I've tried it.
I don't discriminate on what time of the day it is. I'll eat bacon in the morning. I'll eat it at lunch. I'll eat it at dinner. I like it on sandwiches. You know, there's so much you can do with it. Now, caveat here. I am picky about how I like it. I want it crispy.
Yes.
I want to be able to like snap it, break it.
Linda
like
just said
really
the same thing. Linda Howell said, "Love bacon, crispy, please." So there you go. There's one for you. Dana said Costco turkey bacon for breakfast.
Okay.
She said, why are you pork bacon eaters paying so much for bacon right now? It is expensive and there is a shortage, but at Costco you can get pounds of it all at once, and you can only, if you only need one pack. I don't eat it every day. Every weekend, but not every day.
Once a week. Yeah, it is though. It's super expensive. It's like buying a brick of gold.
Probably, yeah, less than that, but yeah. It is expensive.
Right, meat prices in general right now are through the roof. So Walter said he and his wife like bacon. Mitzi loves applewood bacon. Tamrika likes bacon on donuts. That's interesting. I know one of the local donut places around here has that bacon donut people like. Christian, have you ever tried bacon on a donut?
I have. I like it. Now here, okay, again, here's another thing that people love. If you like bacon, people seem to love this, but I'm just not. I'm not into the maple bacon craze. I just can't get on that. But I have had the is it the maple bacon donut I think you're talking about?
Yeah.
It is it's pretty good. I'll have to say that. But I'm just overall not a huge fan of the maple and the bacon crossover.
I like bacon on everything except for the bacon bits on salad. Like if you're gonna put bacon on a salad, it has to be like bacon that's freshly fried and ready to go. If you put like the little, you know what I'm talking about, the little bacon chips.
Little bacon rocks.
Yeah, I can't do it. But a lot of people have opinions about bacon. Alan gave us some great tips here. Alan said, happy bacon day, lots of bacon, about to fix some in a few, just made a quick breakfast, cook bacon, then butter, 6 croissants, and 4 blend cheese. Place bacon and cook in the oven for 5 minutes for some awesome eats.
What time is breakfast?
Yes.
That's gourmet. That's big for Thursday morning. Wow. Oh my gosh. A few more viewers, like Lakaya said, likes turkey bacon. Walmart Sam's her favorite, delicious, real meat, not processed. Tamrika's not big on sweets, but thinks that is good. I'm assuming she's talking about the bacon donut we were referencing earlier.
And there's also the chocolate and bacon craze. You've heard of that? It's kind of like that salty and sweet combination that people really crave, and apparently they enjoy that. I've never tried it. I just want the bacon. I don't need all the shush. Just give me the bacon.
You could do a lot with bacon. You don't have to just cook it and eat it. You can use the grease for a lot of other things too. You don't have to use a lot of it, but if you cook bacon in a pan and then of course remove the bacon and leave a little bit of the grease in there, then you can fry some corn in there, throw some peppers and onions, and then throw the bacon on top, make a good street corn with it, instead of adding extra butter or other things.
That is so funny.
All right, got to wrap this up. I don't want to be sick here.
I know, and she's almost in her 9th month.
I know.
We don't need anybody to get sick here. All right, so Archer wants to know, what is the afternoon storm risk?
Okay.
Christian?
Yeah, so it's there. There's at least a chance of an afternoon storm, but it continues to dwindle, I think, actually, as we go into the morning. That nice batch of rain that we had this morning helped to kind of stabilize the atmosphere. And what I mean by that, there's just not a lot of energy for storms to form this afternoon. I think it's a possibility. It's not a huge possibility, and it's not a great risk. It doesn't really look as impressive as it did yesterday, and even then the threat was pretty low, and it will likely stay low as we go throughout the day. Still not going to rule out a scattered shower or a few of those, maybe a pop-up storm, mainly as we get into the afternoon and into the evening hours. And I think the better chance for those storms really is going to be south of I-85. So from the Triad to the north, I think we should be okay. Places Randolph County, maybe Chatham County, maybe Davidson County, a little bit better opportunity to get a thunderstorm, but overall that risk is low. We'll keep an eye on those as we go throughout the day. And then as we go into your New Year's holiday, just an isolated shower chance for Friday, isolated shower chance throughout the day on Saturday for New Year's Day. And then we have a strong cold front on the way to the Piedmont that will move in Saturday night through Sunday morning. So our rain chances will go up there. But behind the front, chilly weather will make a return after it's been on hiatus for about a month. We'll see morning lows in the 20s, chilly afternoon highs in the 40s, kicking off the first full week of 2022. So that cold air is coming back.
Look, even the birds in the weather garden are confused.
Everybody is confused about the weather.
The birds, the squirrels, I mean, everyone's confused.
I've even had a few people reach out to me, a few viewers say that some of their plants actually are starting to show some buds. So honestly, we really do need some cold weather to get in here pretty fast to kind of stop that and tamp that down, or we'll likely see some damage to our crops maybe if this continues into the spring.
Yeah, I saw trees blooming in my neighborhood last night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, full blooms almost. It's wild. So,
all right. So we had some great conversations today. We appreciate you guys chiming in on all of those. And just announced by our wonderful executive producer, this is our last After GMS for 2021.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I know. So we have enjoyed quite the year with you. You know, we started this in 2020. This is our second year doing this online show, and I've enjoyed it. I know that it's great just getting to know people.
Well, it's like a family here, and I love how some of our regular viewers have actually connected, I think, outside of this page and kind of become friends on their own. So it's really kind of a great camaraderie we have built every day, and so looking forward to seeing you on Monday in 2022.
Yeah, and I'll just say this. I didn't start this year on the Good Morning Show. I started in the evening, but over the course of the year, I moved into the morning show. And so being a part of this and being part of the Good Morning Show family and the After GMS family and getting to know you all, not only Tracy and Megan and our folks here on the morning show, but also you all watching wherever you may be, I really appreciate that and really appreciate you guys welcoming me into this family.
You are the perfect addition. And next year we'll have another edition.
Little one.
When Megan delivers her baby. So we're all going to be looking forward to that.
Thank you.
All right, we're wrapping it up as we wrap up 2021. Have a great day and new year. We'll see you guys later. Take care.
See you next year.